Okay, good morning. My name is Laura Marcela Mejia. I am a student of teacher development, and now I am going to do a presentation about the develop of teacher development this semester. Here in the teacher development, we can find two units. The two units is the number one, the role of teacher qualification, and the number two is contribution or research to teacher development. Each one have different things that are interesting for this course. In the number one, we can find the role of teacher qualification. In this, we can find two activities, the pre-task and the task number one. In the pre-task, we go to getting ready to the start. In this point, we develop a questionnaire. The questionnaire have that to recognize the main things about that the course. In this, we can find the lines with we can find the meaning of teacher development and why we want to study this subject. And we, in this activity, we do a concept map. The concept map was according to the teacher development, how do I develop as a teacher? Okay, in this, we go to do a review according to that, the course and all the things that are interesting. For example, the syllabus, the deadlines, the time that we have for develop in each activity. This is the most interesting that I do, the most relevant that I do in this point. And now I go to this. In the number task one was understanding the need of being qualified. In this point, we have that understand the need of being qualified. Okay, but this is a point that is more important for the education of the teacher, because we can find different points according in the books that for example, the teacher has to be trained to be competent. This is a point that is important in the really when you are working, when you are in a school, when you are in a classroom, because when you, like teacher, have training to be competent, all the things that happen in your classroom, you have a solution, you have a result about the difficulties that we can find in the classroom. One thing that more interesting for me was the professional have to be research. I always have to say that the teacher always have to research. Always we have to investigate, to find, to go to the new interesting information that can to help us to this development, because the role of the teacher is so difficult when you don't have this point. You have to research because the population, the students all the times are so different. And now one problem that we go to see is that the students have to develop her class about the ethics. The ethics are so important in the process of our students, and if you don't research, you don't have the tools for to develop an interesting class, for to do very things for the students. We teacher who prepares before critical. Okay, this is the same that I do when you have to train to be competent and you improve your province. The difficulties don't have problems for you, and the teacher have to be excellent. I know that we don't perfect, but I always have to research the excellence, because we are the example for our students. Okay, and now we can to the number two. We have to the contribution of research to teacher development. We have here two points, the number two and the task 2. How does research contribute to the teacher development? And the number 3, developing and researching in my own setting. In the how does research contribute to teachers' development? We have to listen and to read different books that have different points according to the process of to teach. Okay, the contribution that have the research in the process of the teachers. For example, I can find here in a book the contribution of research to teachers' professional learning and development. We can find different point of view according to the importance to research, to learning in the process of to learning, of to teach a new knowledge. Educational research and teacher development. This article was interesting because we can find research about different professionals in different countries, and then, for example, we can find I don't know, different cultures, okay, that are different but need special things that the teacher have to know. Educational effect in research and knowledge-based improving education. In this test, we can find the comprehensive review of an educational effective research, that is the EER, that have theories that have based information that the improved educational context is good when the teacher do different research. And this is according to the teacher. Always I think that the dynamics, the models that we can find and we can to develop in our class are according to our knowledge, and our knowledge each time have to change when you research. We can find the improving teacher development and training, and the one was the classroom research and professional development. In this we can find results of the experience of different teachers, also the universities, and they have to go to the research seminary that each one have different points of view according to different points. For example, the research, for example, the development professional, that is. And the number 3, here we can go to the other activity. This, okay, okay. And the last one was this, developing research in my own setting. This is one point that we do a little research about a community, and we can to go to a web page. We go to a web page of the UNAT, and we can find in this page the line of the investigation or research. Oh my god, this don't link. Okay, I want to show you a link that is in the UNAT that explain all the lines of the investigation, the groups, the hotbeds that the university have. Okay, here we can find the line of investigation that we can to choose. That was education, cultural, and inclusive, because we can to work with students with dyslexia. That is a problem of the languages that have the students, and now is more common that we think. Okay, the research group and hotbeds. Entonces, the research group we come to find, and we come to work with the list, and the hotbed is amazing because in this hotbed is near or is according to the country, no, to the region that I want. Okay, that what could be the research question. This is the research question that all the group do. Should the students with dyslexia primary school to learn foreign languages? Okay, this is the reference that we were. And for last one, we have the objectives of the research. For example, motivate the students to achieve great qualification as teacher in the classroom, and aside taking account the need of keeping and studying, practicing, and doing research. Okay, each one have to do a research about this topic. I think that this topic is so important for the development of the teacher, because it's a problem that so many times we said that is only a discipline problem, and we can do research but don't have bad things about this. Okay, I think that was the most important. Thanks for your attention. Really for me, this course was so important, because in the teacher development we can find a motivation, we can find a thing that say to me that the role of the teacher not only is a person that loves a class and that learn a knowledge. No, the teacher is the person that helps to the students that to do more things for your learning. Okay, thanks for your attention.